Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Anyway, for something a little different, it's because I'm now using, for the first time ever, my new headphones. Now these are wireless headphones, so I'm going to be using them, and I'm going to turn the timer, so that way we know when the image is going to end. And when it starts beeping, that's when I'll know we'll be ready to end the video, okay? Okay. Just let you guys know that. So, what's this video gonna be called? Well, I've always wanted to draw a story for you guys. A made up story, of course. So I'm gonna make the story up as we go along. So I've always been a fan of Japanese culture and samurai swords. You know, I'm a huge fan of samurai swords. I think they're really cool. The design is really cool. You know. So I'm gonna talk about how about a family of sword makers who have been doing this for centuries. So let's talk about that while I draw it. So this family, right, has been around for centuries. They've been making swords for centuries. They started, of course, as any family would, when they were really young, with one man. And this one man had a dream to become the greatest sword maker of all time. Now why? Because his whole family were accountants or were like lawyers. But he didn't want to do that. He wanted to do something creative. He wanted to do something unique to him. And he always loved Japanese swords and studied the way of making Japanese swords. Ironically, he was an American who didn't want to be like your average American. He wanted to be something different. And you know, seriously, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with being different? What's wrong with being different from everybody else? Me personally, I'll tell you nothing. Nothing's wrong with that. Because being different makes you special. It makes you unique. The way you think, the way you feel, the way you hear things, all of it's unique. Nobody ever takes the time to say being unique is good. Everybody always says it's bad, or you should be like this guy, or you should be like this guy. Nobody ever takes the time and says, you're really cool. I like the way you do things, Anyway, that's what I used to think back in school. When I was a kid, I was a huge Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. Still am, but he's a really good guy, My mom said he did a lot of work with the disabled people, especially children, which I thought was really cool. Oh, that's cool. So back to what I was saying. The person wanted to be a samurai sword designer, just like they do in ancient Japan. But Japan has rules, just like our society does. And they don't like outsiders. Because they want to keep the traditions in their culture, which is understandable to some cultures, because they don't want people ruining their culture, thinking it's really weird, I mean, I can understand that. I mean, I'm from a Hispanic family, so I understand, what having a different culture means. So, I'm from a Spanish speaking family, so yeah, I don't speak Spanish that well, but I don't know a few words, but at least I can know some things. Like an old friend of mine used to say, it's better than nothing. You take what you can get. You know. So back to the story. So the boy. So So the boy looked for a teacher, but nobody wanted to teach him samurai make. Why? Well, you can guess for obvious reasons. But one old man saw potential in the boy and saw that he'd be a good sword maker with a little help. The old man said, "Why do you want to learn how to make a sword, young one? Swords are deadly, they're weapons." "I want to make weapons of peace," he said. "I want to make my swords better swords than anybody." "Ah, I see, so you're greedy and selfish." "No," he says, "that's not true." "Ah, but your answer says something else about you," the old man says. And just to clarify, this is the old man. I'm doing a stick figure, by the way. It's much easier. Those cane, like really old school cane, like this, and I'm gonna do like a hook thing, kind of like a candy cane but different. So this is the cane, and this is the hook. Because he walks with the cane, so the old man's gonna be like one of those white ones, old master, like Master Yoda kind of deal. So anyway, the old man looks at the boy and sees potential. And this is the boy. Sorry, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Here's just the setting controls. And this is a young man. I'm gonna try to make him look like sitting down. And here's his feet. Here's his feet. Dangling down. And there goes the old man's face. But little did the boy know that this old man was a master, an old master, a very famous master, and everybody else respected him. My first time telling a story. A pretend story, of course. That's pretty good. The story is called The Old Man, Swordsman, and the Little Boy. Making a New Apprentice. We got 2 minutes left, guys, so I'm sorry I didn't draw much, but So anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this story, and let me know what you think of this video. We got 1 minute left. I'm just gonna look at the looking parts. There we go. That's the old man's foot, by the way. Okay, guys, we got a few more seconds left, so I'm gonna leave you guys with instructions. Let me know what you think of this video, and let me know what you think of my voice. Like, how does it sound? Does it sound better? Let me know. My first time telling a fictional story.